come check the cup and all that. So I was like, Dad, I thought you was practicing. So I was like, man, F all that stuff, and man, that was just get you inside the vehicle, and I'm gonna kill you today. So that's how they got me in the vehicle right there.
Okay, so he told you in the vehicle, we gonna kill you today.
Yes.
Okay, then what did they do? How long did the drive did it take?
It took how long it took us to
get from where they picked you up to here.
And it all went down.
How long would you think it would say? Just for people, because people don't know.
4 minutes.
So they took you about 3 or 4 minutes from where you were.
Yes.
Because most people are not from Dover, Delaware. You live in Dover, Delaware?
Yes.
They're from Delaware, he lives here. They took him 4 minutes from the street corner where they found him to a little park. What's the name of this park? Do you know?
It's called Silver Lake.
Silver Lake Park in Dover, Delaware, where they brought the brother to lynching. Now, do you remember where they parked?
They parked right here.
So they pulled up to the corner right here.
Right here. The corner, parked.
They parked the truck right here. Facing this way?
Facing this way right here. Facing that way right
there. And then what time of day was it?
Like 6 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning.
So 5:30 in the morning, so it was still dark?
Or light? It was kind of light.
It was kind of light.
Getting there.
Nobody was here.
Nobody.
No cars?
No cars.
Okay, so they pulled the truck up there and pull out. Then what happened?
Then it all went down. The fight began. Fight for my life.
So they bring you to the stop right here in the pickup truck. Tell us what happened after that.
The struggle began. We start fighting. We start hooking. And everything goes.
So help me out. You say these. So there's two of them, one in the front, one in the back. How did they get you out of the truck?
How they get me out of the truck? At gunpoint.
Okay.
They got me out at gunpoint.
Okay.
And from then, that's when I grabbed one of them. Come to find out, that the gun ain't had no ammunition.
So how did you find that out?
I know because he was like, I'm ready to shoot this motherfucker.
Oh, so he was pulling the trigger?
Yeah, he was pulling the trigger and
land for the gun.
Nah, I never got a hold of the gun.
But when he was shooting and you realized there wasn't no bullets in it.
He played. He let me know he played.
Oh, so he wanted you to know that?
Yeah, he wanted me to know.
So wait a minute. So they dragged you out the vehicle. So then what? Yeah, you started realizing, now I'm gonna fight now because they gotta kill me.
Right. I'm gonna fight for my life. I already know what time it is now. I'm ready to get it in because I already know you trying to kill me now.
Okay.
It's no robbery. It's you straight up trying to kill me.
Right.
So
So what'd you do?
So soon as we park right there. After that,
inside or outside when you start fighting first?
I started fighting as soon as we got out here because I already knew the time was.
Once they pulled you out the car?
Yeah, once they pulled me out the car, that was my chance right there.
Okay.
So we started fighting and everything like that.
So you swung on one of them?
Yeah, I swung on one of them. Swung on one of them, I dropped him. He got back up, and the other one started attacking me with this knife. He started stabbing me all in my face and all that stuff, right?
So show us where you stabbed.
Stabbed me right here, Stabbed me right here. It's kind of healed up. Stabbed me right here.
Oh.
It went all the way through. Stabbed me like a shank pointy thing. Stabbed me right there.
And then you said it went all the way through?
Yeah, it went all the way through. And he stabbed me somewhere. Stabbed me. I think. Damn.
You just knew you was getting stabbed. You had time to sit down and figure out every place he stabbed you. Okay.
Right.
So he stabbed you. You dropped the other one. He get back up. What's going on there? Y'all fighting?
We still tussling. Okay. So one of them just grabbed me by my neck. Started breaking me towards this area right here. The other one grabbed my foot, the other one grabbed my 2 feet, took me down to this area right here. And when I'm still having me in the headlock, he dropped back on me, and had his feet on me like I don't know what type of position it is, but he had me like
you couldn't move.
I couldn't move whatsoever. So the other white boy, he kept on going to the van, grabbed and stuff, tried to knock me out with. So he grabbed the burner again. He topped my head with the burner again. He grabbed some beer cans. He grabbed whatever he can to knock me out. I just know it wasn't time for me to go right then and there.
Right.
Once he couldn't knock me out.
Right.
Once he couldn't knock me out, I was like, oh, it's a wrap.
So you couldn't move, but he was hitting you, but you still ain't going out.
I'm not going out. He's stiff. His name was John.
Okay.
The white boy name was John. They were saying each other's names and stuff like that. His name was John. And he said he hit me on top of my head. Homeboy got me in the damn headlock. Then he took my belt off. He took my belt off, wrapped it around my neck.
So he took your belt off. Your belt.
After he couldn't knock me out, he took my belt off.
Okay.
Wrapped it around my neck.
Okay.
It started choking me with that joint. Started tugging on the joint. Just
and the other one was still holding you.
Yes, but the other one was still holding.
Okay.
You know, so damn. Well, I'm just kind of upset about the whole situation.
Take your time, yes sir.
Bring it back. So the belt was too small. The belt was too small to do what they really wanted to do with it.
Okay.
You know, so he went back to the truck and tried to find something else. Try to find something else to hang me with. Then he was like, since we can't hang him, let's drown this motherfucker. So they tried to attempt to roll me to the lake. By the time then I'm like up, like see my language, like I'm kind of like messed up. So they try to roll me down to the lake, get all the way down here, and they dragged me down the hill. John went back to the truck to try to find something else or whatever like that. Then he ran back down, tried to throw me in this lake right here.
So help me out. When John was going up there, what was the other guy doing?
He still like had me pinned. How? You know, like in the chokehold position. But he had his legs wrapped all the way around.
So he was on the bottom.
Yeah, he was on the bottom, I was on the top.
And he got his legs around you in the chokehold.
Yeah, in the chokehold.
So you can't get out.
I can't move. I can't do nothing.
Okay.
So I started yelling for help or whatever like that, you know. Started yelling for help, you know, because when nobody out here, I didn't think nobody heard me or whatever like that. So I'm yelling for help, and nothing came. But I was just like, I said, I know God didn't bring me this far to let me go out like this, you know. So John ran back to the truck to get something. I don't know what he ran back to his truck for, but this is when I bit Mike. That's his name. I bit Mike.
So Mike was the one that was holding you. Okay.
The big white boy. When I bit him, you know, I bit him hard.
Do you know where you bit him?
On his arm.
Okay.
I don't know which arm.
Hey, but you bit one arm.
I bit him. I bit him so hard that I almost bit a chunk up out of him. I wish I did. You feel me? But he let me go. So when he let me go, because he was screaming like a little, he was screaming. He was like screaming when I bit him. And white boy John came running over here. So I got enough time to break loose. And that's when I ran all the way over there, jumped that fence over there. Hold on, I ran through the graveyard, jumped the fence, and ended up in that lady's backyard. But as soon as I ran across, he said, yo, we're gonna have to hit this. We're gonna have to hit this. That blackhead. I'm running across the joint. They hurry up and jump in their motherfucking vehicle, put it in reverse, and start chasing me down with their vehicle. And that's when I jumped the gate. That's when I went to the grave, jumped the gate, and they kept there.
So you were able to make a beeline over there fast enough before the vehicle got to you.
Yes.
So once you got in her yard, they didn't come in her yard. No,
they did. They bounced.
So what happened when the police got there? Because this is very interesting.
All right, so there you heard a little bit of story of Henry Fordham and the attempted abduction by these two white men. And actually, those two white men stayed on the street. And when he went to the police station, they didn't substantiate his claims. Now, the women and the man who yard he went to, he yelled for help, and they called the police saying that somebody was hurt in their backyard. They heard the altercation as well, and so they corroborated his story. Yet the Dover, Delaware police did not take his claims seriously. They failed to investigate it fully. They even laughed him out of the station. At one point, they told him, to get out or he's going to be arrested. And, he was stabbed. You saw the injuries. There's other articles with the injuries located. And he was also, they said that, as opposed to hanging him, they also attempted to castrate him as well because they couldn't do what they wanted to do with him. They said, one of the men kept going back and forth to the truck trying to knock him out. And these men actually moved out of their house. They moved out of the house after this man escaped. And nothing was ever done about that, but there were at least 5 more hangings in that area around that time. Now, this escape happened in 2012, but there were 5 more hangings after or around this time in Silver Lake Park in Dover, Delaware. So I share this video because we oftentimes see these hangings and they're oftentimes ruled a self-unalignment. This is a clear-cut example of one that would have looked like that. It would have looked like that if he wouldn't have gotten away. So this is an eyewitness of those things that, people may go through when we see these deaths, and people are quick to say that they are self-unalignment. This is a case that he could have been found in that park on a tree, and then they would have said he did it by himself, like the other deaths that they have talked about in Silver Lake Park. So I'm going to bring some information about those separate deaths as well. But, shout out to the brother Henry Fordham and the brother Irritated Genie for bringing this to light. Once again, this happened in 2012. And so this is a reflection of some of the things that we still see here today. So when we see these instances, just like the brother out there in Wisconsin that was just found a couple of days ago, we should not be so quick to take the authorities' word for it and realize that things like this are still happening in the year 2025, in the year of our Lord. So be careful, and of course, none of these things will stop unless we turn back to the Most High and, do His will. Then, we would have, the spiritual force to fight these battles. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Y'all see the number 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for liking, watching, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And as always, I pray you have peace and blessings.